Good morning, everyone. Look what we have today. It is May, and it's going to be first video of bead embroidery at this month. And it took me a hot minute to find this design. I put with my another one, and I look at it. It did not see it. I went through my WIPs twice. I was like, what in the world? Where did I put this beaded design? It was with my other design. I just didn't look on the other side of the organizer, like in a see-through, kind of like an envelope. I looked from one side and not the other one. So finally I got it. It is from dreamstitch.top, and I did in here. Okay, so yeah, 60 by 80 centimeters. Is it? There's two measurements in here. I think it's 60 by 80 centimeters because it's 11 counts, or there's a 50 by 70. What is this size? Now I confuse. Do we have a size in this booklet in here? No, I don't have it. Okay, anyway, somewhere up there. Somewhere this size. Okay, it's okay, doesn't matter. If you want to watch my unboxing video, you can check it out. Now I pick this color, very pretty color, and that's so far what I did in here. Maybe from far it's hard to see this patch of darker color. And now I'm going to work on this flower. As you can see, this is very tiny square frame because I just wanted to nip and did this in one video. I think we did only one video with WIP, and that's my progress was. So I want to start on the flower, and I think after this video I will pull out bigger frame from my counted cross stitch that I'm not going to stitch very often, and I put this design in a bigger frame. It's still going to be not big enough to fit the whole canvas, because later on when I will have a beads all the way through, you can just put on a smaller frame because you don't want to crush a bead. So you need to be on a stroll bar or stitch in your hands. Obviously I don't want to stitch in my hands, so let me zoom to the point where we're going to work, do some readjustment, and this green symbol that we have in here, that is what we need to stitch. Hold on. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and I will use, as usually, my little white tray for this kind of designs. And I will put little by little, not too much, just in case of accident and spillage. And you can see the color of thread a little bit different, the beads, but that's okay. We're basically not going to see this thread anyway. Many beads in here could be not to go through this point of my needle, so usually I just leave them, and you can use them with thinner needle, because if you order this kind of bead design, you will receive lots of needles with it. I already brought with me in here two of the cross stitch, because I thought, okay, if I cannot find where I put this particular design, I was going to do a regular cross stitch. And then I'm just like last second thinking, like, okay, just a minute, let me check one more spot one more time, and that's exactly the spot that I was looking, and oh my god, it's there. Oh my goodness. I think now you can tell, yes, I have too many WIPs if I can't find design so quick. So we're going to create our penny. Oh, you know, that's have to hold on, move a little bit to the other side. Kind of a little bit difficult to do right by the frame at first, but since we get further away, it will be fine. Very bright and cheerful beads. I have the same color few on this side in here. Love this blue. Yeah, canvas itself is very bad, like it's very scratchy, very rough. Fabric itself, not good quality, but it's sturdy. I guess that's what we need for the beads to keep shape better. And usually this kind of canvas doesn't get any softer after wash, because I think that's the one exactly. I have one that I did cross stitch finish, and when I wash, the canvas still was stiff, so it doesn't go any softer. It's just the fibers, whatever it's made of, very rough. I love these flowers a lot, and it is my pleasure to stitch on it. Love it. I pointed out, you can watch my previous video when I started to work on this design, that a little bit of the picture that we see on a picture, a little bit cropped. It's not the whole design that you see on a picture. Bottom of the canvas and top of the flower a little bit chopped, which I don't like that. But on the end, it's still going to be pretty. I hope so. Anyway, I like to stitch with beads, so it's okay. Going to be less stitch, and then I still have a lots of thread work in here. Lots of work to do. And by the way, if you don't have these bobbins yet, oh my god, they are so handy. I love them. You can also buy them at the Dream Stitch, as much as 100 of them per pack, or I think 10 at once. There's a different, plus I have a different color, clear like mine, and green, which I have one here. I can show you just in case you didn't see my previous video, like this one, clear, and I don't remember if they have a different colors or not, but they like so easy. Flip them. I love it to work with them. My favorite is clear one, because I like to see the colors seeping through. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Okay, maybe from this side. Have to hold the threads in here, not to pull them on the other side. My apology if I still going to cough in this video. I'm already drinking coffee, drinking water, and just doesn't go away. It's so rough this morning that like basically kind of feels like not enough air to breathe. I should take maybe allergy pill before I start video. I was hoping I don't have to. My husband bought me Reactin, the allergy pills you can buy after shell, and I try, so I don't know if that helping me or not. It could be, you know. I am allergic. When I was testing myself, I don't know, maybe like 10-15 years ago, or probably more than that. I have allergy to dust mites, dog, and wheat. So with dogs right now here running around, I don't know, I don't remember this to be like this last year, but I mean the dust is just layering around me in here. I have to wipe it like every day, and it's still going to be a layer of dust to the end of the day. So I think dogs running and playing around just lift it up, or maybe when I open the window and dust coming out from the outside through the net on the window. I don't know, but I definitely think, see, like I need to drink. I'm getting less of air. It's very annoying, trust me. Oh, I just want to be normal. Oh, hold on. My needle stuck with my finger, but bead. Oh, here, okay, hold on. Where I go? This way. Chopped my nails shorter last night. Start to breaking up. And just not comfortable, especially for beading, stitching. Not comfortable to grab a beads with longer nails. These beads, you see how they different size. Yeah, the one that laying like a sideways, you can see how different they are. The way they hold up, kind of hard to see the sizing, but when you stitch them to the canvas, they look not bad. Kind of even up in a So I'm hoping today with you we can finish all this. Oh, lots of this green symbol in here, so let's see if we can do good progress on it. And now I need to start again my peony for the month of May, another 20 row. That's like, what is it, over 3,000 beads or something to stitch. I keep forgetting how many. I have to count so I remember. I need to count and write down how many beads I have to stitch every single month. Today, as I start this, it's May 1st today. I'm a little bit in a better mood today because my son let me know in Ukraine that he moved away from the front line safely to the place of rotation, so he's gonna take a rest for 1 week around if it's nothing changes. So he's going to be a little bit more in a safe place for this week till it's time to go to work again to the front line. So right now I can breathe a little bit easier, you know, and I'm so appreciate all your prayers and just keeping him in your heart. Thank you very much, and you make me feel better as well when I know I'm battling this horrible thing not by myself, but I have a friend who's on my side helping me go through this horrible thing for years and years, because this is continuous, believe it or not, from 2014. That's how long is war in Ukraine. It's just before wasn't as heavy as it is. You know how we stitch in a regular cross stitch? I always say that it's better when you separate threads, when you pull out like one by one, not being like twisted. The good thing about beaded design, you don't have to do the more thread is twisted, that it's better, because for the beads it doesn't matter. It will just, like, you're not gonna see it, that's what I'm trying to say, but doesn't matter. You can separate like 3 at once. I used to stitch like that, then I started separate one by one and then put 3 together. What I don't like when I do beading stitching, it's when I have situation like in here right now. See this line, because when you have a cross stitch, you just do half stitches, close those half stitches, and you continue stitch. With the beads, I'm going to stitch, 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 and I'm end up in here, and I have to jump all the way in here again to continue this way. So that's a little bit annoying to go like from here back up there, but that's the way. No way around, unless you start from here and just wiggle around. So that's what I'm usually trying to do that way. But because my thread was parked from the bottom, so no choice. So when I do like this, I will show you how I kind of go back into my line. Obviously you can flip your canvas on another side and wave thread another side. But if you have like some bigger frame and it's not flippable, you don't want to flip, I will show you what I do. So let's just get first to the bottom up there, and then we will see. I'm so excited over my fruit trees. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hopefully it's not going to be just a empty blooms. I don't see any bees buzzing around. You think I should grab like a little tiny brush and start to rub off the nectarine from one to another flowers to make sure the fruits will create it? Or maybe even some flies will do the job. My cherry is like almost open up. Still in the buds today. Supposed to be amazing, the best fruits, as like very expensive brand. So we'll see. I'm just like so anxious to see the first fruit, how they look like. Okay, so here's our last bead, and we stuck on the very edge of the canvas now, so we have to get like back to our, you know, all the way up there. So I do like by, let's say 2-3, I just go back in here and go through the same bead in few of them, and hopefully, hold on, it's not very comfortable, but hopefully needle will go through all of them. You're not gonna see the difference, but it's kind of like it will extra secure your bead, at the same time you're not gonna have like a big passage of the thread. Just go back into the same holes. Kind of some of the beads will stitch twice, so that's okay. And let's make it one more somewhere. Oh, maybe this one, top one. Just like that. Okay, and then we can continue our regular thing. Just a little tiny tip. I know you already know this, but just for in case you never did beading, so that's what I like to do. Instead of stretching a thread hanging underneath your canvas, if you don't want to wave it. Or you can literally stitch like a pin stitch through the front. You're not gonna see later as well, because it will be beads on the top of it. You can do that way. All these beads not bad size and holes inside, because some of the beads colors I remember have to go through the holes because lots of beads wasn't fitting through the holes. I think it was like a light color, it was the white one. This one so far okay. I just restarted my camera. We already work on one frame, already done. Time fly. If I can zoom out maybe a little bit, hold on. If I will do a little bit this way, I don't know if that would be more interesting for you if you would see, unless it will take a focus of the camera. Let's try it. If you will look at beads that I'm trying to grab, or my hand will be too much in a way. Oh no, it's not working that way. Okay, never mind. I wanted to make it more interesting, but that's okay, because you're watching me too much of like doing nothing. Let me know what kind of bead embroidery you prefer to stitch together as a whip. With this glass beads, plastic beads, those pearls, or for example, maybe you want me to stitch together with you that, well, which is also glass beads, but the black and red design that I have. We didn't stitch for a while on a winter design. It's because I don't have a frame, that's why it's more difficult for that particular design. I'm kind of look at every day because I'm passing by through. But for some reason I decided that, I don't know why, that winter design doesn't really go well with me after like Christmas done, winter done. Maybe because we're like have too much of the winter this year and everybody tired of the snow and freezing weather, and feels like I don't know if I want to touch any winter design for now, at least for another month. But flowers, all this pretty stuff, colorful, I don't mind. Last night I meant to stitch a little bit more on dimensions kit of the wolf, and I did not. I ended up stitching because I kind of was already on my table, my tulips, so I was stitching tulips. I have to pause a little bit. I thought my son come over upstairs, but he just let cat out, I guess. Open door for him. So yeah, I end up stitching tulips, more of the yellow symbol that we stitched together with you. So I did a little bit more progress up there. I might going to put away for a while, because as I'm digging through my whips, and I was like, oh, I forgot that I have this. Oh yeah, this one should be stitched a little bit more. So obviously my mind shifted to the other portions of my whips, and I'm just thinking now, okay, maybe tulips have enough for now, love. I have to start some other one. Like for example, the little tiny canvas of the ship that I have. That's ridiculous. That canvas are so tiny, and I have no idea why it's not done yet. It's ridiculous. So I might, after recording videos, I might just going to pull out and stitch at least 2 threads, or like 1 of 6, you know, so it would be 3 threads. Maybe I should do that, because well, how much longer that tiny little ship will be in my whips. Yeah, it's good to go through your whips, because if you have too many of them, you might forget already what you have, and it's like, oh, brand new excitement. Do you have that? I think it's a coffee time. Okay. Thank you for tolerating me here. Okay. Sky look dark and not promising. And tomorrow we're supposed to do like take 2, you know, to do the fence on the backyard that I showed you, because my husband decided to tear apart and do this like last week, and the day he picked, it was raining. So now he say, oh, it's going to be this weekend, Friday, Saturday, I think it's Friday, he said, and hopefully there's no rain, because it's gonna ruin again work. I need those fans on the back and the front, so I can let my dog play up there without leashes, and maybe when it's nice and sunny, just sit up there on a chair and cross stitch and watch them play. Oh, somebody asked me if my grass must be very nice and grow fast because of the dogs peeing. I don't know where you got this idea, but they killed my grass. No, their pee burned down my grass in the front. So since we build the fence, we will redo our front lawn, put some extra dirt, plant some seeds, because they kill it. They kill it. So I want them to play in the backyard, and it would be so much easier. It would be just to open basement door and let them run through. So those fences are so important to have. I can't wait till it's done. We tried last year, end up with disaster, tear apart everything, and before it even was finished, we have like a very strong wind windstorm, and literally knocked down some pieces, because it was like supposed to be nice plastic decorative pieces. No, you have to make this like a steel so nothing can get ripped apart. Okay, can we find a hole? Oh, here it is. I think in here I will go up this way and come back from here. Because it's gonna be a little tiny stretch out. That's a very bright color, so the flower will be very juicy. Okay, just a minute, I have to hold it. See, we already placed lots of beads. So I don't know, what should I do in here? How should I do it? Or go upwards? Another, trying to see my passage, how I have to go, because in here, see, like it's finishing here, then I would have to jump where? I don't know. I don't know. Well, this thread actually not very long, so it's gonna be finished probably when I get to the end in here. So I'm just going to start from here and go upwards, because my thread now not very long, so I might just going to finish in here, and from here we'll be stitching another side. At some point, and we can stitch maybe a little bit more with different color. I might have to, you know what, I'm gonna let it go this one and finish later. Here is why, because this is frame very tiny and I have to move my clamp and frame, so I'm just going to leave this one here and we will switch something else in here. There's lots of thread still in here, so let me put away these beads and we will pick another symbol, whatever else I have in here on the bottom to stitch together. Right now I feel like we can stitch a little bit more. Let me see which one thread I want to stitch, what kind of symbol we have in here. So this one, triangle, just a few of them, circle, not too much. What should we do? Circle, and we can jump in here. Okay, how about this side? Let's see. Okay, we're going to go another side, I think, of the flower, because I have in here same circle than in here, but in here I have more symbols. So let's stitch that one. I just have to jump a little bit over, and we will stitch this part. So let me pull out what kind of thread I need. It's going to be very light pink. I'm just going to leave this thread hanging here. Okay, all we need now to find out what kind of beads that is. So I'm going to do my, okay, so orange circle, oh, 26, okay, here it is, like a lavender. It's kind of pretty color. Let's do it. It looks almost like white, and I have to say that this bit looks kind of big. I don't know how much you're going to see. Kind of nice lavender hint to it. Okay, I will keep on my table in here so it's not on your way, and we will do kind of go this way, and then from here go all the way around the bottom in here. So I will need for that move more clothes in here, which kind of on the edge of my frame in here, but that's okay. I don't think we're gonna make it all the way up there before my frame run out and finish of the video. Okay. Going to take a time till I fish for my beads in a tray. Yeah, this bead's really looking bigger size. Hopefully will fit correctly. Okay, this one thread on my way, I need to pull maybe this way. Oh, as the bead doesn't go through needles, see, I have to lose this one and try next one. Yeah, some beads definitely doesn't fit, different size of holes, and that is the main problem. But I hope they give enough beads to finish. And if it's not needle, I always can go to more thinner needle. The question is if thinner needle will hold fold of 3 threads, because the hole very tiny in neck sizing of the needle. Sometimes I do, to get more close to where I want to go, I wouldn't do it like this bead, I would go next one so I can return this way, you know what I mean? So watch what I'm doing. I will go to the next one first because I need to return as a short passage as possible, and then I would go from here down to my next row. See? Now it's a very short in here. Sorry, we have to pause for a little bit. Okay. Now we are totally home alone. Well, not alone, whole bunch of furry friends with me right now, but no humans besides me and all of you. Okay, so I better use this time to record a couple more videos maybe, because for some reason lately every time I want to record video it's already kind of late, and it's Catherine coming home from school and she's like, Mom, what did you do all day? Why didn't you record video when I was at school? Sometimes I say, well, I did record, but I still have to record more, or I just didn't have a chance to record, or I was just enjoying myself stitching and didn't think of recording until kinda I decided to record it, it's already too late. You know how it's go. Yeah. Sometimes I just don't feel like record till last moment if I'm on some kind of project that I don't want to stop. You know what project I'm thinking about lately that maybe soon we will stitch again? It's the, I know some of you don't like it because you don't like mushrooms. It's the one mushroom village kind of that I have imprinted by Fairy brand, I think. Yeah, the one that I was stitching on a corner, and we got kind of the flower. It looks like marigold. I think maybe that is marigold flower. So I think I might need to get a little bit more progress on it, because I loved what I saw already, looking good. So I want to have a little bit more progress on it because it is very big design. It will take me forever to finish some, but I will have so many years of fun. Oh, flying needle. See, this bead's almost like white, but with the mixture of this thread, because we can see kind of color of the thread through the bead, so it gives this beautiful tint of pink color. So it does matter what threads you're using to stitch. On the darker colors you kind of cannot see, but on the light beads they do see through. So whatever thread you stitch, that's the shade of flower you will get. Okay, this one bead doesn't go through. Oh, and this one. I hope I didn't catch the same one. Okay, I have a second. I have a second tray just for in case I keep picking the same bead. I'm going to put them on a separate tray like I did before, so I don't stab same bead twice, because I probably did. My son and his girlfriend just left. They went to see, which I did not know apparently Niagara-on-the-Lake City, if you are local here, and somewhere else, have a tulip farm that everybody go. They say you have to buy tickets, $15 entrance, and then I think you will get to take home with you 10 bulbs of tulips. So that's nice. I didn't know we have that kind of farm. I never heard about it. Unless they just like created year or two. So that's would be fun to see. I told them take lots of pictures to show me, because I didn't know we have that. I thought we need to go to the Netherlands to see the Netherlands, right? That's where the tulips farms all over. I guess now more and more countries do the same thing, because it is beautiful when you see the field of different colors blooming. Oh, I can imagine how amazing that is to be there in person. And I'm not sure how long this will take, because tulips bloom pretty quick. Let's see if will be chance. Well, I want to see what they think when they come back, and if it's amazing and awesome, maybe I can talk to my husband to find some free time to take us up there. Yeah, definitely I need a bigger frame. This is so not comfortable. So not comfortable. And see, like I would see the whole row. Now I need to cut short in here somewhere and maybe jump to different color. Or that would be enough for today's video, because there is always tomorrow something else. I just want to have once or twice a week bead stitching to get my progress a little bit higher. Maybe in the beginning of the week I will create video on my penny that we stitched together, and by that time hopefully I will stitch at least 2 or 3 rows. I don't want to wait to the last minute like in April. That was a little bit under the pressure to me, because in one day I created like 6 or 7 rows. That was way too much. I was tired on the end, swing of my shoulder and elbow. Yeah, I'm still stretching my arm, doing exercises, not every day. Sometimes I just forget or just lazy, but I'm doing a little bit better every time, trying to get stronger. both of these designs, this one and the other one, with the same beads from Dream Stitch, it's not my priority to finish this year. But the other design, I want to create at least like a big patch on the right side of well, at least 40%. If I could done, that would be good. This one will be just like sometimes stitching. But pinning need to be finished for sure, and I'm looking forward to the to that finish, because I know it's gonna be one more finish count from my WIPs, so that's make me feel good. Okay, so we will finish this little patch in here, and I will stop this video, and I will go and get some bigger frame for this one. So next time we will stitch with you, we will have a little bit better vision what we're working on, because this is just too crowded. It's good to stitch on this little tiny frame, something like, you know, tiny canvases, but for this particular type of stitching it doesn't work well. I need a bigger one. And I think I already know which frame I will pull out from which design. Not exactly my favorite frame, but it's bigger than this one. Okay, so at least we stitch, you know, with two colors, and I have to say that little by little it's matter. And I'm just going to park my in here. I guess maybe I will have to go back up there when I pull out, because could be symbols like right in here, right? So for now I know that I park on a left bottom corner and stitch this way, so that's why kinda I remember. So for now, that's what we did with you, little progress. Well, it's actually good progress. Look at that. There's bright colors in here, light color in here. Looking good, looking good. Let me pull out this my clamp, hold on. Oh, pull out clamp so I can kinda maybe wiggle a little bit to show you these beads this way. I know it's gonna be hard to see you. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. All of this, the way they shine. Okay, I hope your head not spinning with all this. Okay, so and this side, that's all we done. That's my backing. Okay, my friends, thank you as always. Appreciate you very much for spending time with me every day. I will be recording video right now for Saturday, and I have 2 projects for Saturday, so stay tuned and I will see you tomorrow.